Hi guys, I'm Anayla. Are you hungry? Cause Spotlight is. Let's go see what people are eating.
I got Sexy Sammy's. It's my first time getting it. It's pretty good.
I got Freddy's, also pretty good.
I've been meaning to try Sexy Sammy's. What's your go-to order?
Well, this is the first time I've ever been here, but I low-key don't remember what I got.
Okay. Whoa.
Yeah, I just got Freddy's. I got chicken tenders and fries.
Okay. Can't go wrong with chicken tenders and fries. Did you get the sauce at least?
No sauce.
What?
I don't like sauce. I'm really weird.
I got Subway and I get white bread and I get like the most basic thing you can with like mayo, turkey, and then tomato, lettuce, and cucumber.
It's simple, but it gets the job done.
I had a ramwich, and I'm now eating a concrete from Freddy's chocolate.
I had a California-style steak burger with some cheese curds.
Just had a
It's okay. It's Wednesday. I get
It's
it.
only Wednesday?
Hi, my name is Jayden Catalano,
And I'm Anayla Apollinar.
and today we are here at FoCo Cafe.
Come follow us. Hello.
We believe that food access is a human right, but healthy food access is a huge important component of that. So I'm Megan Grimm, the executive director of FoCo Cafe, and FoCo Cafe is the only pay what you can cafe in northern Colorado. So that means that we have kind of a very interesting pay structure to make sure that our restaurant is fully accessible to everybody regardless of how much money is in their pocket. So we have a model that people can do a meal exchange. They can exchange a chore in the facility for a meal. Or they can pay whatever they have in their pocket. They can pay what it costs, or they can pay it forward. So they could come in and make a larger payment for lunch that would help to cover other people's lunch for the day. Kathleen Baumgartner was the person that started the cafe, her and her husband. And they started the work in about 2013. So it takes a while you have to set up a nonprofit, you have to get your EIN number, you have to, find a facility and procure a building and a business plan, really. And so it took about 2 years, but they opened on Thanksgiving Day 2015. We want people to come whether if they want to volunteer, which is such a cool opportunity too, because you can cook in the kitchen, make meals, provide them, or create the ambiance that is the front of house. All of our volunteers do that. So there's only 3 staff. Everything else is run by volunteers, and so we create this just really cool, symbiosis of all things working together so that people feel welcome.
I think it's just a great stepping stone into getting people who are kind of ostracized from the community back into it. It's kind of like bringing, I guess, our paying customers and our meal exchange program people together and making them be able to sit at the same tables and talk to people you wouldn't normally talk to. Hi, I'm Carly Lawler. I'm a social work intern here at FoCo Cafe. It depends on the day. It's always kind of changing wherever they need me, because I'm kind of well-versed in the kitchen or out here. But when I'm out here, it's talking to guests, greeting them. A lot of them I'm on first name basis with, and we just kind of like joke around, kind of have like a safe time. It definitely takes time. I've noticed that just being consistent and showing up and explaining what you're doing or what your values are to the people and what your intentions are, it will be able to build that trust.
Everybody makes a contribution, so even if it's not money, people make a contribution of their time and talent. So whether it's taking out a bag of garbage, whether it's sweeping the floor, whether it's cleaning the door, some type of contribution, we feel that's empowering. It also creates some buy-in with the cafe. There are chores that need to be done anyway. It's a restaurant, just like any other restaurant. There's work to be done. And what better way to have people basically earn their meal, even if they're not paying for it, than making a contribution like that. I almost always hear positive comments, people who really appreciate the cornbread muffin, the chicken tortilla soup, the cheesy beef and potato casserole. We do have a mighty fine almond bar that I partake of most every day. Sometimes we put daily leftovers in the free refrigerator, affectionately known as the Freege, behind me on the outdoor patio. We also take some food downstairs for bringing it for storage until the next day. We ultimately couldn't do what we do without volunteer assistance. We serve an average of 58 to 62 meals a day. And with a full-time staff of 3 people, one of whom is on basically a medical leave right now, there's no way we could serve all that many meals without volunteer help. So I really like to recognize and appreciate volunteers as well. So not just a standard restaurant, not just a soup kitchen, but a place where people from all walks of life could integrate and be in an environment where they wouldn't normally be together.
Breaking news, a bill that would have required CSU to follow local sign and noise ordinances has failed in the Colorado legislature. The bill comes in response to the installment of multiple digital billboards, which have been unpopular among locals to say the least. With more on the ground, here is Spotlight's own Emmalee Krieg.
Thanks, Anayla. With the failure of this bill in the state Senate, it looks like these billboards are here to stay. And here we have a random passerby, Bella Justus Eck, to tell us what she thinks about the billboards.
I mean, they're big and they're ugly and annoying, and I haven't heard anyone say anything even remotely neutral about them. It seems like everyone hates them.
I mean, that's a little bit negative, don't you think? Not everybody.
Whoa!
Oh my God!
Was that aliens?
Our connection seems to be spotty. It sounded like you said aliens?
I guess even the extraterrestrials think they're ugly.
Well, it sounds like the students aren't the only ones unhappy about these billboards.
What a day.
Want to get a drink?
I'm too young, but I can drive.
Let's go. In a town surrounded by college students, drinking culture often emphasizes quantity over quality. Still, Fort Collins has some hidden gems and elegant spaces with elevated beverages. We're here at The Social, where curated cocktails meets classy ambiance in a space that looks straight out of the Prohibition. Let's go. Okay, so we are at The Social here, making a couple drinks. I'm with Morgan.
So my name is Morgan Reddick. I'm the general manager here at Social in Old Town Fort Collins. So I am lucky enough to also be able to bartend every now and then. Started as a bartender and worked my way up. So nice little return to roots.
Cool. Okay, what's the first drink we're making?
First drink we're gonna do today, it's gonna be called A Death in the Afternoon. Created by Ernest Hemingway and very easy to make. So it's gonna have absinthe and cava in this case, but traditionally champagne. Cava is just going to be sparkling wine from a specific region in Spain, so very comparable to actual champagne and oftentimes a little bit more affordable as well.
And are there any elements of this drink that stand out to you or maybe that you tweak for your liking?
Yeah, so here at Social, we do our classics really, really well. That being said, we do tend to modify them a little bit to our taste. We are gonna be adding a little bit of simple syrup, which is not traditional, but it does bring out a lot of those characteristics of the absinthe and compensates a little bit for the dryness of the cava.
So how would you describe the flavor of absinthe?
Yeah, so absinthe is gonna have a really nice, robust flavor. A lot of people are gonna compare it to black licorice. It's gonna have a lot of anisette, a lot of really punchy flavors. Kind of tends to be one of those things where you really either like it or you really do not. So we're gonna go ahead and start off with 1 ounce of absinthe. Absinthe is a very, very high proof spirit, so 1 ounce is really all you need.
Oh, it's green. Okay. I feel like I've maybe seen it on a show once.
Definitely. So it's commonly referred to as the green fairy because back in the day they used to think that absinthe would make you hallucinate.
Ooh. Do you find that to be true, or is it just that it's
It has slight hallucinogenic properties, but the amount of absinthe you would have to consume in order to experience that is something that you would not really be able to get to from drinking absinthe itself. You'd probably pass out long before you hallucinated anything.
Not from the 1 ounce that we're serving here.
Not from the 1 ounce, no. And then gonna go ahead, top it off with a nice lemon twist. We're using this device right here because it is going to give a nice citrus spray. You can actually, you might be able to even see with the camera, but as we twist it, the citrus itself is going to kind of explode onto the drink. If you look really closely, you might be able to see
Oh yeah, that's
all those
mist.
sprays. Yep.
Yeah. Like standing at a department store misting everyone.
Exactly. That way you can really get the nose, the aroma, and the taste of the lemon itself, which really is the whole entire purpose of garnishing. All right, do you want to give it a sip?
Yes, please. Oh my God. I definitely smell the lemon before I taste it, and I think is that what you prefer, like drinks that sort of have like more than one sense elevated?
I mean, ideally, yeah. You know, you don't want to drink a cocktail that's one note. So you want it to be a nice interaction of different flavors, different personas, but it really just does depend on the individual.
Definitely taste the absinthe.
It's kind of one of those cocktails where what you see is what you get. You know, it's only going to be 2 to 3 ingredients depending on how you make it. So straightforward, but absinthe is a complex enough spirit on its own. It doesn't need a lot to shine.
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
If you were a drink, what drink would you be?
It's a great question. Honestly, maybe an aviation. Maybe what we're making next. It's one of my personal favorites. It's nice, complex, got a nice gin note. I've always felt like if I was a spirit, I'd be gin. Got some citrus, got some sweetness, and packs a little punch as well. All right, we're gonna go ahead and start with lemon juice. So for this one, we're gonna do 3/4 of an ounce of lemon juice.
And what are the notes of this?
This one is going to be, I would say it's very balanced. The sweetness, the tartness, and then the spirit as well. It's also gonna have a big floral characteristic. The creme de violet is very florally. Some people who are a little bit averse to an aviation will say it tastes like soap. But it's gonna be a lot of those same kind of characteristics. Very perfumey, very florally.
And is there like a origin of this drink? Do we know where it kind of gained popularity?
Yeah, so it's always a little bit murky with classics, kind of competing stories, things like that. But an aviation is an early cocktail. I mean, depending on who you ask, depending on your source, it can be from as early as 1919, I believe, to 1930s. So, I mean, this really is a Prohibition era cocktail. This is the 1/2 ounce of the creme de violet that we use. This is what gives it all of that floral and the lovely color as well.
What is that? Is it a type of wine or?
So it is going to be a liqueur. Ooh. And then if you want, actually, I can give you a little taste of that as well.
Oh, I would love to. I was reading the menu and I saw something about anything creme de, bring my way. I want to try that. I do see what people mean about the almost soapy, but in the way of like, if you're in Lush and you're like smelling the best thing you've ever smelled, you're like, I would want to taste that. That's what it is. It's like very, very refreshing, berry-like almost. That's good. Okay.
So we did 1/2 ounce of the creme de violet, 1/2 ounce of maraschino liqueur as well. And then all we've got left is the gin. For that one here at Social, we like to pour a little bit heavy. So we're gonna be doing 2 1/4 ounces of gin.
I'm just fascinated by the colors in general.
It's very visually appealing, very beautiful drink. Tends to be one of those things where people might see it and be like, what are they drinking? I want one.
Fruit. Oh my God.
And then we're gonna go ahead and garnish it. This is gonna be a Luxardo cherry. So we actually import these from Italy, very high quality cherries and very, very tasty.
Ooh, that's really good. I like the berry. I would say the lemon juice really balances that out.
Like I said earlier, Social really does classics right. So it's a great value and like aviation's a great cocktail.
Thank you to the Social for letting us make a couple drinks, get to know the vibe here, and get to taste some pretty elevated beverages. So Thank you, Morgan.
Of course. Well, thank you very much. We were so happy to host you guys. I hope that we get to see many of you guys come check us out for our Throwback Thursday or any other day of the week.
It's like a one-stop shop to get all of your favorite little trinkets. Hi, my name is Raquel. This is the Trinket Station. I own the store with my mom.
Found in Old Town, Trinket Station recently had its grand opening here in Fort Collins for all those who love, well, trinkets.
My favorite thing about this place probably is honestly all the people we get in. They're always so happy to see all the stuff we have, and I love hearing about like what they like to collect. That's probably my favorite part.
From Kirby to Sonic the Hedgehog to Pikachu and other Pokemon favorites, whether shoppers are browsing for collectibles or small gifts, Trinket Station covers a wide range of interests.
I really like our little blind box keychains that we have. I collect keychains, and that's like my favorite thing to collect, so.
For personal collectibles or easy gift picks, shelves are lined with items ranging from card packs and keychains to plushies and even specialty snacks.
Ooh, our peach Fanta is very popular. Highly recommend. We have a lot of Pocky and the high chews are really good. I think all the snacks taste pretty good, so.
But what the store is most popular for is for its many, many, many blind boxes.
Our address is 140 West Oak Street, right through the iron gates. We're right there, you'll see us, you cannot miss us. And we usually have a little sign out, so.
For collectors and blind box enthusiasts, new or old, this family-run shop offers a wide range of items to explore.